I don't know if
absolutely
this
wild.
is realistic, to be honest. I
You
would
know what?
love it.
I don't even know what's realistic and what's not anymore. Like Brad Holmes and just the draft in general, I don't even know. I don't know at this point. Like, is there a chance that Latu falls to 29? I don't
Zero
know.
chance, dude.
I don't know.
There's no chance this happens, right? Like 0.0%.
The only chance that it happens is like a Montez Sweat situation, which Jeff brought up earlier in the week when it was a heart condition, so he fell. But I look at the teams that are above there, and it's like if Latu falls to the Packers, they're taking him. If Latu falls to the Buccaneers, they're definitely taking him. Todd Bowles is definitely walking away with Latu. And then the
Eagles.
Jonathan Gannon definitely wants the. I don't think this is likely, but I do think, let's say the Lions jump into the top 25. Yes, I think there's a chance that Latu goes there, but I also think there's a chance that if like the Bengals are sitting there at 18 and they're like, well, we just lost DJ Reader. If Byron Murphy's off the board, they're like, we need to get pass rush. We got Trey Hendrickson. We got Sam Hubbard. If we throw in Latu, how are you stopping that? So there's the Steelers, if they want to move off Highsmith in the future. I don't know.
There's just no way he's at. This is so unrealistic. This is so unrealistic. Zero chance he falls to 29.
Let me talk to you for a second, all right?
Dude, you can say anything you want to me. It's not going to happen, brother.
Sit down. Have a seat right over there.
I'm already sitting. You want me to stand up?
Chris Hansen, have a seat. Have a seat right over there. Jeez. Let me talk to you for a second, Boone. One thing we've learned, Boone, about the draft, especially with guys. Remember, I've seen crazy. I remember watching DK had that neck injury, and he fell to the third. Mm-hmm. And I kept watching the third or fourth round, whatever it was. I kept watching. I'm like, oh, he keeps falling. He keeps falling. And he was like, you watched him at Ole Miss with AJ Brown. He was a beast. And I know Latu is a hell of a player, but I've just seen so many things happen with players that have that type of injury that's concerning. Like, would I be surprised? I'm being real, fellas. No, I would not be surprised because teams, you know how teams get, neck injury. Oh, he could retire. Oh, I don't want to take him. Even though we all agree, and I know ETN, a resident Rams fan in the chat, he's probably freaking the hell out because he would love the Rams to take him. But boys, I wouldn't be shocked. I don't know if that's out of pocket, but I wouldn't.
No, so this is the thing, and I'll think about it, and to this point as well. Every year in the draft, there's 2, 3, 4 guys who are projected to go in the first, projected to go top 10, 15, 20, and they all fall out. Whether it's like to the second round, it's like the JPJ stuff. Like we saw Mel Kiper, the Mel Kiper thing, and so he has Jackson Powers Johnson going in the second round. He has Jerzon Newton going in the second round. And this is guys that everyone has in their top 20, basically. So, like, there are going to be guys that drop. You would hope if they do that, there's a reason behind it, I'm sure. Like, there's going to be a reason guys fall. Does that mean Brad's been a guy to draft like injured players and go after guys? Does that mean
over
Brad's
there?
Yeah, does that mean if a guy like that draft or starts falling and he's like, we'll take Brian Branch. Someone put it, Coach Walk. Brian Branch dropping all the way to the second, projected first round pick, and we get him in the second. Like I wouldn't be shocked. Maybe it's not going to be Latu, but there might be a couple guys in this draft that start to fall, and we're all going to be sitting there at the draft like, fellas. Like, and this is if Brad doesn't trade up, just like, fellas.
That guy up north hates Latu, bro. That guy up north hates him. He hates him.
That's my guy.
I love Gabriel Murphy, but his whole thing with Latu is injury, and Gabriel Murphy's thing is he doesn't have even near as good as tape as Latu, and Gabriel Murphy's thing is he played like 3 games last year, not exactly, but his thing is just absolute injuries as well.
Yeah, Latu, he was in my mock. My most recent mock. He has the best hands out of all defensive linemen. Just a menace, rushing the passer. The biggest game. One of the biggest game, most impressive game. Not that it was against a great O-line, but that game against USC. He wrecked that game. And you watch Latu at 6'5", 265. Look at the bend. That's like James Houston. What is he, like 6'1", 6'2", James Houston? He's got good bend. He's 6'5", 265, and he's bending like he's 6 foot, 6'1". Like he's a freak. Like he's got a repertoire of pass rush moves. He's got a whole arsenal. Dude,
his upside tangible wise is like Von Miller, TJ Watt. Like that's like his ceiling. So it's like that's if you're sitting at 29.
Are we talking intangibles?
We're talking intangibles.
Do you guys want to talk intangibles?
Injury concern, and a player that could potentially be traded up on.
You guys want to talk about intangibles real quick?
Let's talk about him, Boone.
Let's talk about that Michigan quarterback. I'm just kidding.
Well,
we'll wait. There's a conversation.
I
I'm saying
we
talk about intangibles for certain people, but other people it's stats and not intangibles.
It's
weird, dude. It's like
Latu to be fair, had the intangibles and the double-digit sacks.
It's just weird. A lot of double standards going around my neighborhood over here.
But boy,
fake news.
I can't wait for the draft. I just want to see a scenario like this. I think Latu would be just a home run selection. I think like you walk out of there and you're like, okay, yeah, neck injury, I get that, but man, like he's so good. If I'm Brad, I'm like, dude, you're getting a guy that I believe would be the first, maybe second, maybe if he was healthy. I think he'd be the first defensive lineman off the board. But like, okay, Dallas, he has a ton of upside. Cool. Okay, cool. Second, you're getting him at 29 because of some question marks. Like, fucking, you write that, dude. You turn that. Yeah, we'll make the phone call. Yeah, we're taking Latu. Like, it should be this quickest selection in the history of selections.
Like looking, like if he were to bust, like if he were to not pan out in the NFL, let's rephrase it into that. I like looking back on it, I wouldn't even be able to blame Brad. Like I wouldn't even be mad.
No.
Like, the dude went for it. He went for it. He
went for it. There's your edge right there. Your bookend. Like I'm all for it. I thought that was a crazy scenario. So yeah, as much as we like at these drafts, like guys, and we've been doing this right for a while now with this, which just like you're so used to the draft, like the mock drafts and all the bullshit. I had Brian Branch, me and Adam remembers this. We had Brian Branch in the first round of every mock going top 15. And then boom, he's in the second round. It's like, who knows? It wasn't an injury, but still, like you never know with some of these players.